Alright, so hopefully I'm not too late. I think Hawkins is going away at 2 p.m. So I'm on both my Xbox and my Steam account, so I could walk around Hawkins. So hopefully this. Alright, so hopefully I'm not too late.
Oh, wait,
I
sorry.
think Hawkins is going away. I have I have my YouTube up in the background. I'm sorry about that. This is actually the first time I've gone live on YouTube using Streamlabs OBS. I think in the past I just used the website, so it was a little different. But I think I kept the customization the same. Hopefully it still spawns me in Hawkins. I was just in Hawkins, but it is 1:15 p.m., so I could be late. Okay, actually I'm gonna switch over to Fingman. Alright, so this map is going away. Today is the last day. Stadia goes away on the 18th. Good old exit doors. A lot of people didn't like this map. There's a lot of unsafe pallet loops, like here. I mean, you could run the killer for a little bit right here, but you never want to drop these pallets right away anyways, because the killer can quickly get you. This was actually one of my favorite rooms. You have double pallets here. Really easy to loop. And then if a nurse was playing with you, you could easily have give the nurse a hard time by running up and down these stairs. Cause even for a good nurse, it's hard to blink up and down this area. So this was a very fun area. Except the killers learned to drop down on the sides, because you'd run and they'd wait. They'd walk up the stairs and they'd wait about right here to see if you were going to vault. And this was kind of dangerous when walking killers did that, because they would just drop down when you vaulted that, and they'd catch up to you rather quickly. So you'd have your only hope is if there's a pallet like over there or over there. Now, if you think the killer is gonna drop down, you could just wait, but the problem with that is this drop down. So if you vault late, they'll just do this and then turn around and hit you. So that was another thing that happened. But yeah, overall this was a pretty good area to loop the killer in. Let's see, I always like the up and down areas. You know, sometimes in a killer chase, I would just run this way and then I'd walk over here. And they would think that I went out, but I didn't. And then I just go about my business. But yeah, these were a little bit harder to loop. Because also, like, if you run up the stairs, the killer will normally sit about here. They'll be like, okay, vault then. And so what you do is you just wait a little bit. If the killer doesn't seem like they're following through, just wait a few seconds, see what they're doing. And then probably about like right here is when you want to vault. But you gotta make sure it's a fast vault, otherwise they're gonna hit you if you do one of these. Excuse me, sorry. Yep. Now, killers on this map, excuse me, that were annoying. I never really used this, I'm sorry. This was weird. Like, who just walks up here? Like, even if you jump down, you're gonna get hit. The only good thing about this is if this pallet was down and you could run up here and switch sides. But still, the killer can drop down easy. This is kind of useless. Unless it's a nurse, I guess. But killers that were scary on this map were definitely the stealth killers. So Ghostface, Myers, who else? Wraith. Definitely Wraith. Oh, it's moving because I'm using the Xbox controller. That's funny. Yeah, because I'm on 2 accounts right now. That's hilarious. A lot of people hated Hawkins, but I really liked it. It was annoying against stealth killers and like the pig because you can't see. Honestly, the pig just sucks to go against because you can't see pig over loops like you can the taller killers. And this was fun because if a killer was in a chase, you could just do one of these. And it might, sometimes they'll go into this room to see if you vault back a really good one. But other times they'll come to this one. So you just wait to see if they're kind of going across, and then you just vault back. And I think there's a double window on the other side. This one's better. Yeah, this is the best one to do that on, because you can just do this. It's a little bit longer, so, and you just look to see where they're going, and then you can easily just go back in a chase and then back down. But yeah, I hated doing this gen. It was only safe if the killer was distracted, but you don't know because, I mean, you're working, right? You can't see. You know, you're told to look behind you when you're doing gens, but you can't see. You have to rely on the heartbeat, and if it's a stealth killer, then I've been pulled off this gen so many times. That's all I'm gonna say. And then this thing, I've jumped down here and fell in front of killers so many times. Excuse me. There's a totem spawn that happens behind here. It's really annoying. This chest is always in here. Sorry about the heartbeat. I think I accidentally uncloaked his wraith. Hold on. There we go. I could switch to my... I'm gonna switch to my PlayStation controller. That should make it to where Wraith doesn't respond to my input. Yeah, and then basement, basement spawned 2 places. It either spawned over in this area by the stairs, or I'll show you the other place. Okay, so it's here. This was a really annoying basement. I didn't like this. I think I don't like this one more than I don't like the laboratory one, but at least there's this pallet here when you get out. If it's not already broken. What's up, Wraith? Yeah, totem spawns were kind of hard here, but I played Trickster on this map recently, and this was a horrible place to loop the Trickster, because even if you like squat behind this thing, he still hits you. Like, there's too many openings, and normally what I do is I run the killer up here, and I make them think I'm gonna vault, because they'll walk right back down these stairs. And the Trickster would just stand there, and he would just throw shit at me, and there's so many opening areas here, so he would hit me every single time. It was a death trap, so don't recommend that. Oh, I was trying to hit Wraith. Guess he's on the other side. Yeah, okay, so let's go to... there's still a lot I haven't explored yet. Go into the green area. This is where you get to, like, in the upside downy area of the laboratory. You gotta follow the vines. You actually get into, like, the main area. And then you got a bunch of dead guys in hazmat suits laying around. Some equipment. Some more dead guys that I like to teabag. Hey, dead guy. Alright. And we have the famous portal to the upside down that you don't really go in or anything. remember if there was a secret area to Hawkins Lab. If there was, I never ever have been to it. I know there's a secret area to Midwich, and the secret... I haven't been to the secret area in Midwich either. But it's too late to figure that out. One of my favorite things to do is over here. Besides teabag this guy. This little thing, I thought this was such a weird thing to add to a map. The only purpose it really had was you could hide from the killer here, or you could like cleanse there's a totem that spawns here you could cleanse. Sorry if I sound nasally today. It's like I don't know, it's humid. I guess it's humid in my apartment. Yeah, it was an alright room. There's a lot of good places to hide in here. You know? It's hard to see through these windows, so if a killer comes in, sometimes you just, like, you know, do one of these until they leave. You know, people will give you shit for the stealth game, but stealth game is how you survive. Unless you're good at chases, like, there's nothing wrong with being immersed like that. I think we have like 2 or 3 of these rooms, just like this. This is at the top of the map, so I'm gonna throw a pallet to show that I've been in a room. Again, another weird pallet. But these areas, like, people hated them because they would throw the pallet right away in a killer chase, and a killer can just go around. If you ever come across these pallets that have like the small loop thing, just run around it a few times. Eventually the killer is gonna catch up to you, like catch up to your speed with bloodlust, and when they're close enough, pretend like you're gonna go around again, and then just slam it on them. But yeah, these were really good for buying time, but once these are gone, they're gone. And the problem with a lot of survivors, it's not really a problem, but this took me a while too. Survivors don't want to loop, they want to survive. I think it took me a good 3 years of playing the game before I actually, you know, tried to find other means to escape the killer, because before it was just like hiding, and when I was found I'd throw like a pallet. So I was one of those people, and it wasn't until someone really got on to me about it, like a friend. I was like, what? Like, but I throw pallets pretty quickly. And then I started to practice, you know, running the killer just a little bit longer. But a lot of survivors won't do that. I mean, I didn't do it for like 3 years. I just threw pallets. So I'd automatically go for the pallet stun. I wouldn't even try to loop the killer. I'd just be like, stun and then run. But now I try to save the pallets and buy as much time as possible, so that's what I do. I've already been in this room. I'm gonna go, alright. Yeah, I'm gonna go back down this way. So there's 2 gates. They're like right across, on the opposite sides of the map of each other. So these gates kind of sucked, but you could easily get them open and shoot the killer, but at the same time, there's like nothing. Like, you'd have to run back out. And look, there's just like a conveniently placed hook right here. This map did well for Blood Warden. 100%. I know the stealth killers are gonna miss this map. They're gonna miss it. I think we've been through the whole map now. Let me just do a once over. Yeah, again, I think this is why survivors didn't like it, because the pallets would go pretty quickly here. Yeah, a lot of unsafe pallets. But a lot of good loopable locations. But again, you'd have to have to know how to loop and not be scared of the killer. But as I said, people want to survive. They don't want to. They don't want to chase. They want to get out of the chase. Yeah. So this is number 2. We saw this one earlier. So I think there's only 2 of those rooms with the one single stairs. And then we already been upstairs. Yeah. I think that's about it. I made it just in time. I was worried. I was like, man, I want to do a video on Hawkins Laboratory before it goes away. You know, just appreciate the map for all its glory. All its hated moments. Yep. Yeah, that's it. That is, it's too bad we didn't get the map where the basement, usually the other basement spawns here. If you don't get the basement by the stairs, you get the basement right here. I don't know why they couldn't just keep it. You know, name it something else. Maybe call it like, not Hawkins Laboratory, but, maybe... just something else. I mean, just like they did with the Demogorgon and... I mean, with the perks. I guess because it was sort of designed after Stranger Things. I don't know. A lot of people say they hate it, but I know they're gonna miss it when it's gone. Just enjoying my last few moments walking the laboratory. I have a good video on this called Revenge of the Claudette. I'm glad that happened at Hawkins. There's some good plays there, so yep. Good totem. This was usually a hex totem in most games. Sometimes the totems spawned up here as well too, behind these barrels. It's gonna be like right here. An end to an era. How'd I end up back here? I was trying to go. I'm trying to go upstairs. I meant to do this earlier, but I was like, oh, I have time. It's not November 17th yet. I have time. This guy's dead. And then November 17th happened, and I was like, oh shit, November 17th. You know what killer was annoying to go against on this map? Spirit. Spirit was hell of annoying. It was fun. Twins on this map was fun too, because you'll get Victor running around and you just... So many ways to get Victor to miss his pounce attack. A lot of places to loot Victor. Damn, same. Got a lot of people look the same that work here. Oh, there's a camera here. Bubba's tantrum too. When Bubba freaking comes in here and does shit, you just run around here. If you notice it's a lawn chainsaw or he's not stopping, then you just do one of these. I've done that before against the Bubba. I've had a lot of good memories on this map. What a mess. At least they're organized. Look at those color-coded binders. This just looks creepy. Old ass PCs. Where's the floppy disk at? Was it Hawkins was set what in the 80s? 80s was the time the era. That seems about right. Imagine if that's your gamer PC, and all you got to play on it is like fucking pinball or some shit, or word text-based video games. I always like to spin when I go down here. Do one of these. Well, I didn't do it the same, but... Alright, that's Hawkins, guys. It's the end of Hawkins. I'm gonna get out of here. And then I'm gonna end the video because this was my plan. Just a underground complex video. Say goodbye. Me playing against myself, imagine. Yeah, 23 minutes. Got the content I was looking for. Yeah, that's it. So, if you end up checking out the video, thank you. If you like what you see, like and subscribe. I push out content once every few months. It's good stuff. I'm gonna try to increase it though. I gotta find what I want to do with YouTube. I'm not sure yet. Before it was a little bit of live streaming. It was then I tried to do like guides, and it was like more stories, and then like clips of gameplay. And now I'm not sure what it's trying to be, like let's plays or what. But I am trying to figure that out, and hopefully I figure it out soon. But yeah.